Right, so after a couple of days in Brest, where we managed to sniff out a few Irish bars and a good few pints of Guinness, we are now making our way down to La Coruña. Got a nice weather window to get down there. It's going to take about 3.5 days, and the weather looks like it's going to be okay actually. But watch this space, it can change very quickly in the Bay of Biscay, as some of you probably already know. But yeah, nice marina that, recommend coming there. My one tip though, if you do come here, don't use the visitors showers. Spend about 5 minutes walking to the main marina office, because the showers over there are so much better. Right, let's head out into the bay. Let's avoid those, shall we say, those interesting names of those hazards, and let's get out into the Bay of Biscay and let's head south. It's a lovely morning, the sun is just coming out. Right, as you can see, all that clear blue sunshine and those lovely blue skies that we had when we left has disappeared, and it's all got a little bit foggy out here. We've been going a couple of hours, we're about 3 miles offshore, so hoping this fog is going to lift fairly soon. Right, so as you can see, the sun is back out, we're through the fog, and it's going really well. Tim is on watch now. How long before we're there?
Well, we've got 313 nautical miles to run, and it should be the best part of 2 days, 1 hour 23, 1 day 23 hours.
That'll do.
Hopefully they'll go up and down, I'm sure.
Yeah, it will. So yeah, all going well. Right, so we've been underway now for about 6 hours. As you can see, the motor is off and we are sailing. We've got about 12 knots of breeze and we're doing about 6.5, 7 knots through the water at the moment. So that's pretty good. Once we had enough wind to sail, we had a conversation about the wind forecast and what the best point of sail would be in order to get to Coruña in the quickest time.
Right, now we're heading past Coruña. Now we're heading out to just beyond the headlands of Spain. So this is definitely not the course we were steering before we put the reef in. So the conclusion I'm trying to draw here is the wind has shifted. There was a note that someone mentioned to me earlier on that we were north-northwest, yeah, which we were. We've now gone, I think, probably due north. This is not what we're feeling on our face, not the true wind, right? Because we're moving in the boat. The true wind is the angle of those waves that we've got. It's bang on north. The wind has moved in the last hour about 10 to 15 degrees that way, and it's going to keep going. Tomorrow it'll be about there, and Thursday morning middle of the night it'll be over here. So we'll be on a different tack. So we've got a tricky situation coming up, in as much as that we're now steering slightly away from our course. But if we were to go, if we would have gone another broad reach, we'll be going over there. Yeah. Which, okay, it's not undesirable, but it's not what we want. So we've got two choices here. We can either try goose swing, which means we're going to have to get the pole up and get the main pinned out with the preventer. Yeah. Or we jive round onto the other tack and go over there for an hour. And so we jive up to our destination. I think, I'll explain the situation now. I want to hear what you think. Jive. Okay, so you want to do a jive. Probably safest, I think. But I would leave this for 6 knots, 6.5. 7. So geez, we still got the little peak thing.
Yeah. Still one.
Is that affecting us today still?
Oh yeah. I've looked at the people like that.
It's on true wind. True wind spaghetti, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, as I say, we can broad reach down that way and then broad reach down that way, then broad reach down that way. I think we've got to go about 50 now, haven't we? A bit less maybe. So this is one of those points in a downwind sail that are awkward, because the wind's come around the back of us. At some point it's going to be right behind us, and we've got to pick a side really.
But the advantage of staying with it on this heading now is that we're heading more directly to La Coruña, aren't we? If we jibe, we're going to be adding miles to our journey.
Yes, but there's a thing I was thinking of. As that wind, tomorrow the wind's going to come over here. It's going to be pushing us this way. So I was going to suggest to you, as soon as we got through over the barrier, we wanted to go more south. This wind's turned a little bit earlier than I expected. So maybe it's better to go that way. Yes, we do add a few miles to the trip. However, it'd be more favourable if the wind's coming more easterly tomorrow for us to get south.
Yeah. I suppose looking at the bigger picture.
I think we may add 10 miles or 15 miles to the trip, but I would encourage you guys that the further south we get, the quicker, the easier the sail will be in the future. Yeah. So I don't know. What's the most direct route to the navigator? What's the most direct route to the? Are we on the most direct route to the shelf? I think we are.
Pretty much, I think.
We'll leave it till we get to the shelf and then we'll turn south. Yeah?
So we jibe after we've gone over the shelf?
I think so. Depending what happens, if this keeps moving, then we might have to do it earlier.
Right.
If it stays in this is quite comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're not leaning much, are we? It's,
Do we need a preventer?
I would usually say fix the preventer when the wind is after the mast. So yeah, we can get a line, we'll put one on. Yeah. As an exercise, and then we can relax a little bit. If it does creep around, we don't notice.
As the wind was forecast to be behind us for the next couple of hours, it was decided we'd go wing on wing.
Improvisation of hold out head sail and prevented mainsail to make a goose wing.
And which direction are we heading in now?
Hopefully the right one.
Right, so here we are then. We're almost at the end of day one of our Biscay crossing. You haven't met Mark yet, but he's been on the boat since we got to Brest, and he's been keeping us on our paces, on our toes all day today. We've been through it today, haven't we?
Yeah. We've done a lot actually, considering that we're kind of on a 350-mile cruise where we've got plenty of time for everything, but not really. We've done a bunch of stuff, starting with what was the first thing we did this morning? I was trying to think what it was.
Well, we came out in blistering lovely blue skies.
We did indeed.
On
glorious.
motor. Motor sail, wasn't it? We had the main up.
Yeah.
Then we hit the fog.
Yeah, I think it's worth mentioning the lovely islands that we passed. They were stunning.
They were.
Brittany, if you haven't been, check Brittany out. It's amazing.
Yeah, and then some of the islands we missed because of the fog.
Yes, indeed.
Then after the fog cleared, we got some more blue skies, and we were on a reach, weren't we, for a while?
Yep. Yeah, I think we've been on pretty broad all day, haven't we? Pretty much, I think.
I'd say so, yeah.
We kind of got the wind behind us, on our stern quarter, behind us on our stern quarter. Looks like possibly for most of this trip. So I've had the boys putting on preventers, fixing up poles, poling out the Genoa, generally just making the boat sort of relatively, hopefully secure, very secure for downwind manoeuvres or downwind sailing. And they've responded very well. They've been backwards and forwards. Did you get your steps in today? You probably did, didn't you?
Yeah. Gary was over the moon because for the first time we did a wing-on-wing sail as well earlier on.
Was that a new one for Lottie?
Yeah. It was, First time.
Okay, so it's the first time for the pole.
Yeah.
First time for Lottie. And the first time, actually, considering we were all working as a crew together for the first time, I think it's been remarkably smooth running so far. Never say die, eh?
No.
I'm just touching wood as I say that, but no. No, it's been good. It's been a good day one so far.
Yep, and as you can hear, the engine is on. We are motor sailing still, so we're back on the reach. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
And we're not kind of heading towards La Coruña at the moment. We are effectively heading towards Brazil, but of course we'll correct that.
Have we got enough pizzas?
Well, I don't think so. Oh, and to top the evening off, we just saw a lovely pod of dolphins.
Oh, indeed. We had probably, what, 8, 9 round the bow, weren't they?
Yeah.
The engine went on, and 3 minutes later there was a dozen dolphins all round the bow, which was a nice accompaniment to this glorious sunset we got.
Yeah.
You guys picked well the time of year to do this, because we've literally got a 14-hour, 15-hour day, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I
Nice
think
long day.
with the northerly latitude and the hour difference because we're in France, it actually doesn't get dark here until like nearly 11 o'clock
Yeah.
this time of year. So it's, again, another big plus.
Right. So we'll see what day 2 brings. Right, okay, it's the start of day 2 and I'm on the first shift of the morning. It's just gone 6 o'clock. The sun is just rising behind us. And Tim is, well, you're just finishing your double-headed night shift.
I'm just finishing my night shift. We were on there 2 till 6. But what we've decided to do, because there's 4 of us on the boat, is to do at least 2 people on the boat at night. So 2 night shifts and 4 single-handed day shifts. And it seems to be working okay at the moment.
Well, we're coming up for 24 hours and it worked really well during the day because it meant that you had like a long time off, and then when you double up of a night, because obviously that's safer, you get a little bit shorter time off, but yeah, it's working really well. So singles on the day and doubling up on the night shift, and this man came up with that. What a genius.
Cheers.
Wow, these dolphins really are playful this morning. I've never seen them stay around a boat for so long. I've been sitting here filming them for at least the last 10 minutes. They've just been playing with the bow, jumping out of the water. It's just a beautiful sight. Well, there it is, it's sunset on day 2. We've had another cracking day on the boat. We've had a lovely chicken dinner cooked by Gary, and if all goes well, if we can keep this speed up for the next 24 hours, we should be in La Coruña by this time tomorrow night. As the winds had been dying all evening and were forecast to die completely overnight, we decided to shake out the reef in the main before it got too dark. Right, so the sun has just risen on day 3 of our little trip across Biscay, and as you can hear, the engine's on. Why is that?
Because the wind has died.
Typical, isn't it?
And we need to get to Coruña, because we're in a essentially hazardous place and we want to get somewhere out of the hazard.
Yeah, so we're putting our foot down a bit.
So we've got the donkey running.
The donkey's
and
on.
Full sail up the road.
So we're motor sailing as quickly as we can to get to La Coruña before it gets dark tonight. That is a question for you. Is it La Coruña or A Coruña?
A Coruña.
A Coruña. So I've been saying it wrong all these years.
Well, I think in Castellano is La Coruña, but they call it A Coruña because it's a different language. They speak Galician.
Oh, that's why then. Oh, there you go. You live and learn. So it's A Coruña.
Yes, indeed.
Now, Tim has been on shift since 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Aren't you going to go to bed?
Well, the sun's up now, so I'm feeling quite chipper.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just started. I'm technically on shift now. And as you can see, over on the helm, Mark's doing all the work, while I'm just mucking around with the camera. But once again, it's a beautiful sunrise here on the Bay of Biscay. Have you enjoyed the crossing?
It's been pretty good. Yeah, we've seen quite a lot of animals, which has been fine, and we had quite a nice run yesterday. About 14 knots of breeze, so it was cool. Yeah.
Just need 14 knots of breeze now, so we can get to the pub in time before it closes.
Well, let's hope for that. Yes.
Actually, you know what we just said about getting there before it gets dark? The reason why we're in a rush is because we want to get there before the pubs close. Well, the day started with a lovely sunrise, but here we are. It's 8:30 in the morning and the fog has rolled in. Just look at it. Right, so after 3 days at sea, it's definitely land ho. Just about to see land in the haze ahead. La Coruña is kind of over this way. The land we're heading to is over this way. We're not going to La Coruña tonight because earlier on, while I was having a sleep, the wind's picked up and they've blown us a little bit too far off course. And there's no wind now. So we could motor the rest of the way to La Coruña, but we decided to head to the nearest piece of land, which is dead ahead. And we can do that by about 8 o'clock tonight. If we carried on to La Coruña, we wouldn't be there till probably around midnight. So we'll do that last leg to La Coruña tomorrow. So it's a nice little added bonus of an extra stop. Somewhere else to see, somewhere else I've never been to before. But it's been a great passage. Since I got up about half an hour ago, the winds have died down and it's a lovely, beautiful day. We're motor sailing now because the winds aren't strong enough to sail without a little bit of help from the engine, but just what a beautiful crossing it's been. My second Biscay crossing and I've enjoyed every single second of it. Right, so as you can see, we've nearly made landfall. We're heading to Marina Viveiro. I think that's how you pronounce it. Couldn't quite get down the coast to Coruña, so we're stopping here for the night and we're doing the final leg first thing in the morning. But what a stunning coastline. Looking forward to getting in, having a shower, having a shave and having a beer. And so for the second time in 3 years, I've crossed the infamous Bay of Biscay. And although this time we didn't make landfall at our intended destination, Viveiro is a very pretty little town and the marina staff are all very, very helpful. Coming up next time, we make it to Coruña when we check out the world's oldest lighthouse, visit a lovely sandy beach and explore the beautiful old town. So don't miss the next episode, it's out in 2 weeks' time. And that just about does it for Dave for today. If you're still here watching at the end, then you must have enjoyed this episode, so please remember to hit the like button and consider subscribing. You'll be doing us a big favour by helping us reach more viewers, as the more likes and subscriptions we get, the more likely YouTube is to recommend us to people who may not have found us yet. And if you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the box below. Finally, if you'd like real-time updates, ad-free episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, then head over to Patreon and join the Sailing Madness Patreon crew. Click the link in the description below for more details. Until next time, thanks for watching. Oh, and if you've not seen them yet, don't forget to check out some of our previous episodes.